first assistant secretaries, we have, executive managers, and then we going all the way down to technical officers. And, I acknowledge, your achievements in life. And I also am very glad to congratulate you and thank you for being part of the opportunity to be part of your journey, in this journey to complete your MEBP Master's degree. Thank you so much. I am honored. Having said that, the completion of that degree is also, a testament to you, who you are, your caliber as a human being, and your commitment to this country. And I say that because our qualification is about this country. It's about moving this country forward. What can we do? And you all know me. I'm a lawyer by profession. I had to join the government and I had to be converted to see the importance of it. But once I became converted, I can't go back to just being a lawyer, just a simple lawyer, running back and forth in court. No, it has forced me to look at, the government policy and what we need to do, implementation and all these things. This is something that our guest speaker has told me that he wants to talk to us about tonight. And, and when it is his turn to come to and take the floor, that is primarily what he will do. So I wish to thank you all and welcome you all this evening to this event, this most prestigious event. I don't think anybody else is hosting such an event like us. Thank you. And so with that, that is my welcome. Thank you. And I would like to just take a moment to introduce our guest speaker. I was having a conversation with our guest speaker earlier this evening as he arrived on time. And our guest speaker had told me, and said another gentleman in our good company, that, that he has been an educator all of his life. It is what he does. And we thank him for his time to respond, in the 11th hour to be our guest speaker, to deliver this most important message about, what we can do after the completion of this degree program. And so he has spent 30 years in the public service, 30 years teaching, educating people, and he spent 11 years as a doctor across at, oh my goodness, I forgot the PhD Education Institute. Yes, the PhD Education Institute. Please pardon me, I had too much wine before I came out. He spent 11 years as the head of the PhD Education Institute, which is a mantle that he had taken up after completing his doctorate at the Queensland University of Technology. Thank you, Doctor. We welcome you to the stage.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
It's very quick. I thought we were going to have some time before we can commence the proceedings, but I think we've waited quite a while outside, so why not let's get it underway. Thank you so much for a wonderful welcome, Master of Ceremony. Of course, as mentioned, I'm Dr. Zui Neofa. I'm the director of Papua New Guinea Education Institute, formerly Port Moresby In-Service College. That's located just opposite the Times Square, or the stadium, St. John Guy's Stadium. That institute has been established so many years back, 1963 to be precise, before independence, so that Papua New Guineans can be trained as teachers in preparations for independence. And sure enough, the college have lived its purpose by graduating past prominent parliamentarians and leaders like Sir Michael Somare, Sir Polish Matane, just to name a few, Nahoroni. Those are a few heads that Port Moresby Teachers College graduated, and they became so many jack of all trades, like teachers, becoming ambassadors, becoming parliamentarians, and so on. So, yes, I have been a director at that place for 11 years now. When I completed my Doctor of Philosophy from Queensland University of Technology, as mentioned, and I'm still there. But prior to that, just to give you some insights, looks like after me, one or two speakers from class representations, and we should be having our evening, so why not let me share my personal space with you. I don't know how you're going to benefit, but I'm sure something you will collect. Yes, before that I I graduated as a secondary school teacher, a high school teacher. From then, Goroka Teachers College, now University of Goroka. Was teaching as high school teacher for some time. Then became a lecturer at the Teachers College for some 7-8 years. Then I moved to PNG. Stayed there for a number of years. Completed my Master of Educational Leadership from Divine World University. Worked for a number of years. Then I went to KUT in Brisbane to complete my PhD. I did that in 2010 and 2011 till now, and I'm still a director there. So that's just about myself. Now, I know, and I must right from the start congratulate you for completing your last exams. By the way, your assessments are still in progress, and your significant date is set to come. So in between, let me appreciate and congratulate you. By the way, the formalities have been done. It's in the University Council to process the rest of the results, and there you go. You should have that moment of your graduation. But all in all, congratulations. Yes, I was just reading through your program overview, the program that you are doing, and I'm honored to be part of that program that's been put together. And if this name sounds familiar to you, Dr. Amanda Watson, she was the research consultant between ANU and School of Business Studies at UPNG. She was the person that was interfacing with ANU, and as a result, they came up with this partnership for ANU to offer the particular programs that you have just gone through. Dr. Amanda Watson, when she was liaising with ANU, we have been working very closely because we did our PhD together at QUT. She got her position at UPNG, but before that she was at Divine World University, went to QUT to do her PhD, and I was there, I was together. She came to UPNG and she was working on behalf of ANU, during which time she established a partnership for this particular program to commence. So yes, I have a fair idea about how that program came to be established at UPNG. Some 5 years back, 3 years back, I was invited as guest lecturer for the postgrad students as well as undergrads to give them some lectures on strategic management and policy implementations. Why? Because we have been at the helm of implementing policies. Some of the things that it would take a long time, but I stand here before you as team officials and professionals, holding very responsible positions in your respective organizations. Policy is one thing that has motivated me when I received your call. Policy is one thing, and research, and I want to speak on those two areas, research and policy implementation, that research informs. I did my PhD. It's all about research. And it's all about looking at how policies can be cultivated, or how we can mount our policies and how we can implement. So in 2014, under Father Jen Shuba report to replace the elementary school system, to phase out the elementary system, I was in there. And that's the highest achievement of my policy implementation since I obtained my PhD. And I still calculate that. And I still think that I've contributed some significant things. So when the government decided that the elementary system should go and something else should come, Father James Shuba put a number of people together, of which I was in the 18. And we recommended that elementary system should go and the early childhood system should come in. And now we are at the help of implementing the early childhood system. And I'm at the helm of implementing the early childhood teacher training. So policy implementation is very important. Research is very, very important. I will be going down one or two things, but I want to commend and congratulate you for coming out from your comfort place of work. You hold higher esteem positions as respected to you in your various organizations, but you decide to move further. You decide to come out of that, to be in that academic situation, to come into academic climates, so that you can interface with the essence of literature, the essence of academia, to inform some of the things that you need to put together to be able to improve your practice, without which we cannot do much. We need an academic platform to be able to leverage us to make difference in our organization. And you have done well by interfacing with various literature in your academic situation, in your learning situations. And you have done policy analysis, you have done research, very important tools that you have uncovered in your learning journey, and you have come this far. What I want to say with you at this time is research is something that many people don't want to be in it. And the last thing is the fear that you go back to your normal practice without giving prominence to the research culture that you have been inducted into. Anyone can be in that position that you are. It's a position that's been there for some time, before you came in. But during the time that you are in that position, how can you do it differently? How can we do it differently? I think research is one way that can demarcate people doing the same thing differently. Thinking out of the box and doing something else, but informed by research. I did my research fellow at Oxford University in UK for 4 weeks for a research fellow. As soon as I came back, I said, we have to do study quickly and find out how our primary school teachers are doing in terms of the pedagogical skills, how to teach, and the content knowledge for maths and science and English. These are the 3 core subjects in primary schools. We primary school teachers need content support in biology, chemistry, and physics. So we have to mount up. Our primary school teachers still need help in writing skills, speaking skills, listening skills in English and literature. So we had to mount up our in-service training. So you see, policies, observations are there, backed up by research. We try to implement those things bit by bit. We can't do everything, but 1 or 2 things that we learn, we need to start by implementing so that we can be confident to implement bigger things in our workplace. So there's a lot of things to do, but I'm here to share with you that there are people who are graduating. We have so many PhD holders like myself, and you are on that journey with the professionals who are graduating year after year, undergraduates, postgraduate in various fields. But your case is significant. That's how I see myself, because of the connotations, the relationship between research and policy. Research and policy is very, very important. That is the intervention that many professionals in our country lack: the acumen, the stamina, the strength, the outward looking, informed by policy to make slight changes in our organization and impressing on the authority and impressing on the organization and the government as a whole. It's very important. Many a times we used to think that we work together and achieve so many things as an organization, as a group, but we tend to downplay our capacity as doing small things at our level, so that collectively, when put together, can make a significant importance. So making smaller differences in our organization. We know we come from very, very respectable positions. Very, very respectable positions. But we can add to the respect through looking at what we have learned, looking at the policy gap, and introducing some slight changes in our organization and trying to get the reaction of the followers, the people that are below us. How is what we have learned that we are implementing, how are the players reacting to it? Then we get our confidence and we progress with it. I have 4 or 5 of my lecturers who went to do a Master of Business Administration through the same school that you have just completed. They have done MBA, Master of Business. They already have a master's in teaching and learning, or master in one other language, but they still wanted to do MBA. And I asked them, why do you want to do MBA? Because we can do part-time, we can go and attend part-time. Do you know why you're doing that? Or you want to leave teaching, or being a lecturer, you want to go out and do something else? No, we just want to do it. Now, all of them are still lecturers. They are doing what they do. But the benefit we get is that we have financial leadership and management program we offer to our school inspectors, our head teachers, our principals. So they are able to put together the literature that they've collected from the studies, and we build up the courses. So the benefit we are getting is, of course, immense. But yeah, research is missing in our country. Research and publication. I wish to see. On a personal note, I have my wife doing Master of TESOL, teaching English as a second or other language at the University of Exeter in UK. You may have read in one of the post-Koreans. She was one of those that won a Hornby scholarship. Hornby is the scholarship that's been put in place to respect the author of the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary. And I said, anybody gets a master's, my dear, you can go, because we need you to get it. But I want you to publish a book by the time you come back. You have to publish a book. That's the difference. I know you are smart. You are a UPNG graduate of English and literature. You've been a part-time tutor. So I know you're going to do the assignments. That's okay. But before you come, let's publish 1 or 2 books with Oxford. That's the highest achievement. So what I'm trying to alert to us is, you publish something in your area. If you have a lot, that's okay. The nature will understand. But if you're not doing much, publish something. Publish something. So amongst everybody, you stand out. I know, we want to stand out. So you don't have to do it. But as your guest, I'm just putting this on the table for us this evening, because you have that opportunity. You have gone to that level, and you have acquired necessary literature base, knowledge base. You have the research skills and so on. So aside being someone in our organization, maybe we can publish a book, publish a journal, contribute towards a journal for what we have done, are some things that anyone can achieve, that anyone can do. Otherwise, we have so many policies. My esteemed guests or professionals, we have policies after policies. We have so many policies in various government departments. Within the education sector, we have so many policies. The government want the department to have so many outcomes so we can work towards. But the problem is we don't have many people who are very competent, who are very confident to translate into practice. Give you a slight example. The government wants all teachers to be given quality in-service training. The head teachers, principals, senior teachers must be quality in-service training, but we start by developing this training. In putting the in-service training together so that it will be rolled out. The policy is there unless someone comes out and say, okay, we will develop this, we will do research, we will develop this, and we will roll this out as a national training in-service, and we're going to roll it out. Someone must have that strength, that confidence. That's one. I'm just giving you a typical example from my expertise. We need more teachers. There are no secondary school teachers. Someone must say, we are going to get postgraduate, university graduates and train them to become teachers. Someone must take that bold step. Otherwise, we will continue to have shortage of secondary school teachers. The government will say, no teachers, but usap by kamna developing postgraduate training now, university graduates no got work by kamna kisi. Training na by what teach because he got position. Someone smart has to take that intervention. That's basically what I'm saying. In your respective area of profession, you will notice the policy gap, but the man to drive the initiative, has the initiative to drive the change, is lagging. And so that's my strong message for this time. Otherwise, I have very much nothing to present to you at this time. But I want to comment and congratulate once again for your achievement. The confidence you have is you are esteemed officers at your level from your organizations. And that's the confidence you have. But what else can we do going forward from where we are, so that in the same position that we are, we can stand out. As cohorts of 2024 Master of Economic Policy and what is it? Public policy. We are in the space of manipulating, changing the policies. Finally, before I sit down, last week we were launching the TVET, Papua New Guinea TVET Transformation Conference at Stanley Hotel, and I talk about blue-collar jobs. White-collar jobs are yet to be harnessed in their professions. They are high professions, but what can we do? Can we give them some more power like research funding? Can we empower the organizations? Research, more focus on them, while we also focus on the skill-based training. So I'm sure in your organization, you are going to push for research funding to be made available so that those of you graduates and any others who have that interest can utilize that opportunity to contribute to the organization, because you have in your position influence that such should be made available. That is the kind of thing that we would like to see. So congratulations once again. I am very pleased. Thank you so much for inviting me. I have nothing much to say. I've been trying to put my practice as a teacher together with your experience as a economist, CEOs, and managing directors, and so on. But being a teacher and practicing the research, putting the research into practice, and getting the outcome is my highest joy. Seeing my teachers getting the qualification that we put together because they want quality in service training. I am sure your joy at the end is that whoever is in the organization, whatever policy that the government entrusts to your organization, you are on top of it. You are on top of it and implementing it in a way that your organization respects and appreciate what you are doing. I think that is the highest achievement of our qualification and what we have invested in ourselves. So once again, congratulations. I wish you well in your graduation. Between now and before you graduate, have a good time with your family. Appreciate yourself, because I understand coming along an academic journey as a family person and together with while you are on your job isn't easy, or they are not very easy. But you have thrown that and you have come back. So you have all the reasons to be able to your families, with your friends, knowing well that what you have achieved, no one is going to take away from you. That's your lifetime and full-time entitlement, which you have worked for it. But our challenge is how can we put into practice what we have for others to appreciate what we have and to also gain respect for ourselves. Thank you so much for inviting me. You have a good evening and celebrate your time. But prior to that, I can already wish you in advance a good Christmas and a joyous time with your family and friends. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Doctor, for those words. So please put your hands together for another one. We thank you for your challenge to depart as students of the University of Papua New Guinea back into the workforce, back into our jobs, and to carry out, implement the policies of Papua New Guinea. I think that's what we're all here for, fundamentally. Thank you very much. And we also thank you for the challenge to not only continue to learn ourselves, but to pass on that beacon of education to the younger generations and others. Thank you very much for that. And with that, I would like to ask